DCA adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
Yo, Crypto Nation, it's another FA Friday coming at you. Yo, with your favorite peeps over here. We got ourselves Gundy, we got Mikkel, and we got Chris trying to come back. Maybe he sat his happy ass back down where he had 2 bars.
Yeah. Problem with going to the beach, no service.
Right. And then we got the dog sitter Chris coming in here.
Ooh, dog sitter.
That's what you get for fucking moving, bro.
Yeah. Should have just sat where you were.
You had a
Right?
good spot.
You had 2 bars where you were sitting at. You had to fuck that up and move.
No, it went down to 1.
Well, you moved too. I saw that. You looked at the dog. You moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That unlimited plan is throttling you too. So
It's like, did your parents not use you as an antenna?
No, we had coat hangers and aluminum foil.
Well, yeah,
Pretty
but
well.
but when they changed the station, you had to move all that shit. It's like fucking traffic control, but you're looking for a signal.
No, if we wanted to change the station, we'd turn a rotary dial and it would move our homemade satellite that my grandpa hijacked. He built it himself. So we had
fancy
free
pants
satellite
over
growing
there.
up.
We took
I know,
apart
it.
we took apart 2 coat hangers and wrapped it around our antenna.
nice.
Heck yeah, man, that thing was good.
Bandwidth
And then we
increase.
upgraded to we upgraded to one that had UHF on there, and the antennas were 12 feet long
Yeah.
in the house.
Yeah.
All the way
We-
to the alien in the room. Yeah.
We had like 20 foot
sounds
antennas
very
on
old.
top of the house.
Like radiation.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
And that was just for basic.
Hopefully the road noise isn't too bad.
No, it's not. And it's like we had a lot of ingenuity back in the day of how to do things.
Well, that and there weren't a whole lot of locks in place. So now you couldn't build your own satellite and capture a signal because you still have to have their freaking hardware and shit and whatever signal keys that they make it so that they'll
There's
your
still stuff
receiver will
that's
accept
there's still stuff on the satellite side that's still all public.
Public.
Raspberry Pi is your friend.
I like that.
Ooh, you like pie? What kind of pie? What kind of pie you get?
Fine.
Pumpkin pie.
I think he said pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin.
I said bunch.
Yeah.
Punchin
More people
pie.
will come. More people will come if we say we have pumpkin pie.
Oh.
Right.
I like pumpkin pie. That's why I'm like growing super sweet pumpkin pie pumpkins.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Need it. I want it in my
Delicious.
belly.
Are you tossing balls?
I'll have fresh pumpkin pie, and then I'll have some fresh cantaloupes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Are
And
they
then
gonna-
I'm gonna
are
make
they gonna
my
do good
I'm gonna make
size?
my own pickles this year.
Oh. Those melons, do you have to put them in the ground already or what?
Yeah, they're already in the ground.
Oh.
What up, Ontario Miner? Cheers to you, my dude.
Friday.
What's up?
Hey, man, it's like I suggest anybody who's a crypto miner to be growing their own food because that's money not spent on food that could be spent on electricity. I had some guy
Or
earlier
the guests to
today.
get the groceries.
I had some guy earlier today like try to sell me solar.
Yeah, does it handle 2000 watts?
Oh no! You see,
Yeah. Oh.
I don't think he understood the scope of when you got somebody going, yeah, no, solar's not for me, and they're like, well, we can save you money, and I'm like, what? You got 400 watt? You have 400 watt panels, right? And he's like 440. I'm like, okay, 440. So they got a new model that came out. Cool. Fucking
It's not bad.
right, and I'm like, I'm running enough equipment to have a $2,000 a month bill. I will burn those panels out. He's like, well, we warranty them. I'm like,
No,
yeah, not for what I do.
Not
Yeah,
the labor.
you guys are gonna be like, oh, that's extensive wear and tear.
Yeah.
When they see fucking the thing just overheating and burning out because I'm max pulling on it.
Beastie bad.
And that's like, and they're gonna have to. They would have to put in all the switching so that when the lights, when the sun goes down, that I go back on grid. So it's like it's only gonna offset me a little bit, and I'm gonna incur a fucking a bill for crap on my roof. Fuck that.
A reoccurring bill for crap that you're going to break on your roof.
Yeah. That they
'Cause
won't
they might-
warranty for excessive usage.
No, they'll warranty the panel, but the installation will cost you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the panels have a warranty depending on the brand, anywhere from 20 to 25 years. You know, but
Yeah,
your roof
but
has a warranty if it's brand new for about 15.
I've got a brand new roof, so I'm not worried about that. My problem is that they're like they're not gonna fucking warranty out mining on a panel.
Hey, Chris, what about
Especially when it's their fourth time fucking replacing
yeah?
panels.
You guys ever check into like what happens if you mount a bunch of panels up there in a roof that can't support the weight? I've seen a bunch of houses like
So if
painted roofs from shitty solar panel installs.
So if a person wants solar panels on the roof, what they do first is they actually have to do an inspection to see if the roof is suitable for it.
Yep.
So they'll send roofers up there, contract types to inspect the roof.
Trellises and shit.
And if the house sags when they're walking on it, they're like, yeah, no, we can't put solar panels on here. You're going to need a new roof before we do anything. And so what they will try to do is in order to make the panels more affordable, plus the roofing, because that's the roofing is like you have to have a new roof like $15,000. Okay, on top of your already $58,000 freaking deal for your solar if you got a large enough system. Okay, now so what they'll do is they'll work it into one bill. So instead of having to pay a roofer one bill and then solar in a bill. And if you're not offsetting all of your electricity, also paying your electric, what they do is, they'll try to put it all together in one bill for you. That way, instead of paying like $129 a month for your solar for 25 years, it might go up to like $200, 25 years. That way it doesn't hurt as much.
I don't know.
Trying to pay off two bills at the same time.
I'm just shocked that they haven't been able to build a solar cell that like can put out more power than it puts out.
Well, there are new panels out, but they're still in, being created by like inventors or like small companies. They don't have the venture capital. They don't have the backing. They don't have anybody that's willing to say, hey, you know what? This panel puts out, 80% more than what our best panel does. Let's do, make a deal so we're making your panels instead. Like now they actually have solar windows. I don't know if you guys knew about that. You could actually have windows that will actually generate electricity.
Yep.
So not only do you have solar windows, you have solar panels, you have solar roofing tiles from Tesla, okay, and you have these engineers that are creating these new things, but they're working independently. They have no contracts, no connections, no networks, no companies backing them, and so that technology is just not going anywhere right now. Like there was a new solar panel that it's yellow, but nobody's using it because it's by an independent inventor.
And then my other issue that I have with a lot of that technology is like, I would probably be a little more apt to looking into a solar company if they could guarantee that every single piece of equipment that they are using was 100% manufactured in the United States.
Yeah.
They can't do that, so it's like I see no point of being my own energy producer if I'm not supporting completely 100% the American market.
Now, here's the thing that I mean, we've been joking around saying, they're not going to warranty, for what I'm doing. Talk about your mining. The panels in reality are going to be warranted for a certain number of years based on how much power they put out and how your system is. Power going out of the system, going into the system, onto the grid, like it's power. They don't care how much.
And I know that under normal usage, like fucking you can get 25 years on a panel, no problem. And you're not gonna have a huge degraded loss on it. You're gonna have some loss of over the years.
Yeah,
but
it's not like a battery.
It's not like under normal usage you're Gucci. But yeah, I mean for something that I do.
Here's one of the issues that you run across, Nem, is you're drawing so much power because you're mining, but you only have so much roof space. And if you don't have a
biggest fucking problem, and I keep trying to tell people, I'm like, I don't have enough property to offset what I'm fucking doing.
I need an acre out back.
Right, dude. I am not gonna try to.
If you don't have the roof space and you don't have the space on your land to actually do a ground mount as well,
right?
Then
I would have to set up multiple arrays.
Is offsetting. All you would be doing is offsetting some of your bill. Your electric bill,
and not by much.
So you would still pay the same.
Right, that's what I was trying to tell them. Like by the end of the day, exactly,
you would still pay the same amount, if not slightly more.
Yeah,
but all it would do is offset how much you're using because you're using so much.
Yep.
So it really doesn't come down to the warranty issue or how much you're going.
No, it just doesn't make sense to me to be paying more just so that I have green energy. Fuck that.
Jason the Tiger Osborne.
That's some of my that's usually my number one problem with it. Is that my number one problem? I don't have enough space to make it viable for me, and then two, fucking at the end of the day, I'm paying. I'll end up paying more because I've got the payment for the panels to be up there.
Yeah.
And it's bad enough. I'm like, it's like
the batteries, man.
I'm at right around 17 cents per kilowatt hour, all in.
Yeah, and if you want to store any power, like at all, like those batteries every 5 years.
Oh my god, those! No, you got to get LiPo. You have to get the LiPo 4 batteries and those things.
The new ones. Yeah.
Wow,
there's a bunch of different batteries available up there. You also have the Tesla battery. You have a couple of different brands, but even then, like a battery systems, like it's like $8,000 per battery, but almost.
Jesus,
okay.
Where are you getting these things?
Yeah, dude, man, the LiPo 4 batteries like that I want to. If I was gonna, because like I've been looking into some of this for off grid living, and like I'm probably gonna end up doing like a bioreactor style energy generation for off grid for the mining side.
He's building a nuclear reactor. He said.
Right,
You heard it here
I didn't
first.
say
said it.
nuclear. I didn't
You
say
said it.
nuclear. I said bio. You know, fucking.
Oh, he's gonna poop can and run off. the
Right, I'm gonna
methane.
make
Got
a
it.
poop machine. We call it a poop machine.
He's gonna take all that compost and his natural waste and just put it in a container and let
Well,
the
you turn
methane
it.
just do its thing.
Yeah, you turn it into. You pelletize it, and then you got a burnable fuel. And then you can also take like cow manure that
Replace your propane. Replace your gas.
No, I have a wood stove for the house. No,
I'm talking
like
about your
I'll
stove
even.
Ukraine.
or like
I
your
would
dryer.
take the reason why I wouldn't mind doing like a bioreactor is because you can take cow manure from farmers that have grazed with fields that have been sprayed with pesticides, so they can't use that manure. That manure they have to pay
tainted.
to get rid of. Imagine somebody sitting there and going, you can just haul it over
Steam
to me
power.
and drop it on my land for free.
Yep.
I mean, you're basically eliminating a wasteful byproduct that costs the farmer money, and I can sit there and be like, you can just dump it here. It now only costs you your fuel to get it over here, so that's no longer an expense for you.
Well, it's not as much of an expense.
No,
They don't have to pay somebody to take care of it.
Right.
They just pay for the gas to haul it off.
they would
If
have to
you
pay.
actually burn it,
It's an-
if you burn it or dispose of it efficiently, without causing more harm to the atmosphere, you would get carbon credits.
Yep. Yeah,
So if you use
there's.
it to power a Bitcoin mine, you would mine Bitcoin and get carbon credits.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I've been
Mining
looking
carbon
into some of this shit, dude, and it's like, oh, that's not what I want to do.
credits.
There's a guy that
Look what I
does it
found here,
with,
George. Oh, jeez.
So, if I don't mine a block, they'll pay me to get rid of shit. I love it.
used tires and shipped up in the public with the chips.
Oh yeah, he uses the oils
burns-
out of it, so he does the
yeah, he
tires and
burns
plastics.
tires.
Does he do the plastic too?
No, just the tire.
Just the tires? Nice.
Yeah, just the tire.
Kick the tires and light the fires? What?
Hell
I
yeah.
would imagine he would also
get your ball.
carbon credit for that.
Yeah, you would. It depends on his byproduct.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he would have to basically for his generator to see what the hydrocarbons coming out was, and the
He
NOx.
should have some sort of like scrubber.
Yeah, if he's got a scrubber on there, oh fuck yeah, dude.
Scrubber. Scrubbing that bitch.
Hell yeah, man. Basically, you could just run it through a couple of pipes with some water in it and turn it into a big old giant bubbler bong. You go outside your house and all you hear is a gurgle, 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 and you're like, what the hell is that? The sound of Bitcoin.
That's my Bitcoin percolator.
Right? Time for the percolator. Time for the percolator. Time for the percolator. Hell no.
Hey, Mikhail, are you still driving in a straight line?
Somewhat. I've made some curves here and there.
You lie. You lie to me.
It's not
Nothing-
up and down. It's as flat as can be right where he's at.
Nothing but flat, straight lines out there, man. Jesus.
I had a junction highway, so I had to turn.
Yeah.
I had to get gas, so I had to turn a couple times.
I know. Dang.
But it's been pretty straight otherwise.
D planes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
The hell of a fucking
Are you
week.
gone already?
Hell of a fucking week, bro.
Well, he's like 4 hours ahead of you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's closer to midnight over here.
Right, right. It's just after supper time for Chris over there.
Seriously, I just whipped myself up some run a little while ago.
Hmm.
Right,
It's my
still light
brother's
out
like,
by
we got
him.
steaks here, we got fish, we got crab, we got lobster, we got this, we got that, and I'm just like, I'm gonna do the easy shit. I'm not gonna go all out like that.
I've been off work for 6 hours already, so.
Well, Chris has got still has sunlight out there.
Yeah, I know.
I saw the
Just
window.
barely, yeah.
I saw that window shot, man. There's still light out there,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You can still get
Just a little
chores
bit.
done.
Just a little bit.
I'd still be gardening out there.
Yep.
When I get up to go to work, though, the clubs are just closing in California.
Right.
Most of the clubs are pretty good at shutting down like round 2.
2?
Yeah.
I get up at 5:30, so that's about the same time.
Now if you're at the casino out here, those are open 24/7, but stop serving alcohol at 2 a.m. They'll start serving at 6 a.m. though.
Yeah, that's the same here.
You
in
gotta have a
Virginia.
little sobriety time, a couple hours of soberness
I think Virginia's
before
Yeah.
you continue
They
making
don't
bad
want
decisions.
people. Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
the
couple
drink
hours
and
to
drive
to think straight and
at
get the fuck out.
3
Right.
But yeah, I can go to 7-Eleven and buy a 24-pack at 6 a.m. Just in case if you need it. How'd you up for the morning?
There. Where I used to live in Chicago, it was over by Elston Park and Irving Park Road, and
Irving.
over by there,
Irving.
there's a liquor store, and this liquor store in Chicago is one of the few liquor stores at 4:30 in the morning you could start buying alcohol. You would see all the fucking bums getting up in the morning, bebopping their way over there.
Bebopping.
Oh yeah, they bebop their
Show
way
me
up
how you
over there. They
bebop
get
it.
their alcohol, and I was at the time I was working at the they had a day labor place over there, and I was actually like side working it over there. Had a normal job too, so I'd be sitting there at the the day labor place, and
Daywalker.
you would see like 30, 40 bums come into the liquor store first thing in the morning, and I'm like, what are they all doing? And they're like, oh, liquid breakfast. I was like, wow.
Breakfast of
breakfast
alcohol
of
champions.
Yeah,
Just the champions of breakfast.
liquid courage.
Keeps me warm.
No, this
Which
was
is
the middle
an illusion.
This was the middle of the summer.
Oh.
No, these bums, they were bums for a reason, and they were all cool with it. They would tell you that they would rather be a bum and be able to drink than have to give up alcohol and be responsible.
Yeah.
They're bums by fucking choice.
That was
Yeah.
my choice. That's terrible.
And then
There are some out there.
And then right before winter kicks in, they'll commit some petty crime.
Oh yeah, so they can get 3 hots in a cot, bro.
Yep, for the winter time.
Yeah.
They got winter
Yeah.
housing.
Free room and board.
Yep.
That's the
Winter
oldest
housing,
trick in the
man.
book.
There was like, fuck yeah, dude. I knew this one guy. I mean, he's like, oh, I'm like, I saw him coming back out. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? It's been a while. He's like, yeah, I was in a joint. And he's like, I'm like, for what? He's like, I went to a pawn
winter.
shop. He's like, I went to a pawn shop and I broke the front window and I took one item out of there and then sat down on the curb. I was like, what? He's like, better than leave it on the street for the last 3-4 months. I'm like, touche, but you're sober the whole time. he's like, yeah, that's fine.
Hey, if you're not willing to do the time, don't do the crime.
And there's plenty willing to do the
He
crime.
was definitely willing to do the time, so he had to do the right crime to get the right time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it had to be something petty enough. He'll be out in like a couple months.
Yep.
Vandalism, breaking and entering, and petty theft.
Yep. He'd break something and then make sure whatever he grabbed was worth at least $1,000.
Yeah, because the charge.
Yep.
He wanted the felony. Just a few more months for that one.
Be like,
Yeah.
listen, bro. This is only worth $988 because it's on sale. Like, all right, hang on a second. Go back in there, like, grab a stack of DVDs or something. There you go. That's over $1,000.
You're like looking at the price tags. $1,000. Sure, it can go. This is nice and light.
It's like, I can't carry this. I can't carry this. I need something techier.
Something a little lighter.
Well, all right, guys. I gotta hop off here. I'm about to pull into the house.
Oh,
Rock
yeah.
and roll.
All right, brother.
Much love.
Don't hurt
Hell
yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll try.
Before you go, it's
Hopefully I
time for
get
an
my
announcement.
frustration back on.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, DCA Adventures rated F for fucking awesome.
Yo.
Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome.
Later.
Fucking awesome.
Oh.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Mm.
Too funny.
Yeah, but talk about the plains, man. I didn't know it was that flat out there. Jesus.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I saw that. I'm like, man, that's flat enough for a drag strip. Like you could go for a freaking land speed record there.
Yeah, you could on the regular highway.
No, there's these gradual ups and gradual downs, and if you're drag racing on that, you might take flight.
Oh, you just kinda like pop it up just a little bit, and just
Yeah,
like
you might take a
sneak
little
off straight
flight.
there.
It's just enough, man. You get these like little whoopties.
those are the ones that tighten your asshole real good.
Oh yeah, you feel the front
No.
end lift, and you're like
Like,
doing like 180, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is not good.
Oh, these are the whoopties, okay?
Yeah.
And if you happen to go 180 on one, last thing you want is to keep on going up.
You're like, wheelie bars, hold this in.
Shit, I knew I shouldn't have built them out of aluminum.
Oh no, man, my fucking shit. Well, it's billet, but it's twisted.
Ooh, from too much wheeling.
Yeah, the like, it would like it's like a bumper protector versus like a real wheelie bar.
Oh,
I need something a little longer. This is a short one, so it lets my front end come up in the air a little bit too hard.
yeah.
So it's
Like what kind of angle? Like 45 degree?
it stops me from touching the bumper to the ground.
Oh,
So I would say like a 50-ish, 50, no more than 50 degree angle.
Jesus, that's too fucking high.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
you're up there.
That's
Like-
what happens when you bust out a freaking real drive car for real.
Fuck yeah, dude, man. You can't you hook with one of those, man, you're fucking coming up, dude. My wheelie bars are 5 feet. I need to get the 13 footers.
Yeah, keep you down on the ground.
Yeah. With a
So
13
you can
footer,
still see the road.
yeah, with a 13 footer, my front end might come up like 4 inches.
Yeah, on full throttle.
Yeah.
You just won't steer anywhere.
I can keep the front end down with a longer set. I can keep the front end on the ground. I can keep some steering.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of like wheelie bars for freaking cars or whatnot. That made me think of something funny. My brother and I were watching, not a, it wasn't like a box derby. Apparently they have like box derbies on Prime or something or whatnot. And just for the shits and the giggles, we're watching like a season of them going from different places all over the world doing box derbies. And the obstacle courses on these things are just insane. It's just like, oh, that would be so much fun. And it made me think of the Little Rascals.
Oh man, if you want to see some shit, dude, man, fucking the Nitro Circus.
I remember one of my favorite ones was a drag pull, and then after the drag pull was done, same location, they had the tractor pull. Some of those things were raunchy. It's like, damn.
Yeah, if you've never
1,500 horsepower tractors.
If you've never seen the Nitro Circus, these guys they'll open up for like motocross events and stuff like that, and these guys will race pit bikes. They doing jumps, tricks, everything. They also bring out like mega jumps, and they'll take bikes, BMX bikes, and they'll do like these big old aerial tricks and shit like that, dude. Oh my god, these guys are like
a Red Bull Derby.
They do a lot of like I think they're sponsored by Red Bull, but they do a lot of stuff, man. Nitro Circus, man.
So was the Boxcar Derby. The Boxcar Derby was sponsored by Red Bull.
Nice,
all the ones we were watching.
Yeah, they like I've seen a few though. The one that I like is the one that's actually that's I don't know if they still do it in California. When they used to have a big event that was out there.
I don't know. I don't know.
And then they also have one that was in Germany, the Flugtag, part of the Flugtag events. They would have people making gliders and try to see how far out into the lake they can glide.
Yeah.
And then they also had a soapbox derby too, and they would come down one of these like roller coaster hills, dude. They would set little jumps up, man. These poor little things on these bicycle wheels and fucking just flattening out with two people in them.
Oh yeah.
Terrible.
Hilarious.
The one of the best designs that I saw, somebody did the box car to look like it was a tractor merged with like an older classic hot rod, and it got first place on the speed run. But as far as the design went to a plane that was the frame was made of steel, but the plane itself was made out of styrofoam. So as they're going down the derby, going over the jumps and through the water and whatnot, the plane's just falling apart and in pieces. And the only thing that makes it across the finish line is the frame and the driver and the rider.
Yeah.
Like everything else was gone.
I saw one that they did. It was they used it looked like the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Mm-hmm.
But they had like bicycle tires on there. Man, it didn't last that long until the fucking bicycle tire fell off, dude. You're like,
dude. Yeah. I think my favorite one that I watched, the most entertaining one that I saw, was a box car, derby car that was cat dog. So the cat facing one direction, the dog facing the other. They always argue and whatnot. But as they're going down, they split apart. And so now it's supposed to be one car per, track. Now we have the cat and the dog racing each other down the derby. And it was hilarious. And whoever got down the end first was the official time.
They also have team. This other one. I don't know what country it is in. I think it's in Germany. They run down a fucking hill. The key is to run down this hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're running
Yeah.
down a natural hill. It's got little hidden divots in the ground.
Boulders and shit.
Fucking, you're going to eat it. It's not a matter if. It's just where down the hill you fucking eat it.
Where and how, yeah.
So they fucking are showing this guy, man. He's like out in front of everybody, man. Like you could just see his face. He's like going, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die any second, dude." And he comes down and you see him catch a little air. And when he landed, he's fucking got so much momentum, his feet couldn't fucking keep up with him no more. He just fucking blows out forward, smacks the fucking ground like a belly flop, dude. And then you just see like somebody else's camera and watches him do a fucking cartwheel, two rotations in the air going past into this fucking bush, dude. You're like, oh my god, dude.
That's like
How the fuck
like
is this still going? Like it's an old event. Like, how did somebody not die doing this and this gets canceled? Oh my
that was
god!
like one of the ones that we saw yesterday. The team went over a ramp, but they landed at the angle so wrong that it catapulted the backseat driver over everybody else as the whole car
These
flipped
people
over.
running down the hill, like you just see them just fucking cartwheeling, rolling. You see somebody like catch air and then you see them do a half rotation and land on their face and keep fucking flipping. You're like,
And
oh!
The only protection they're wearing is the fucking helmet.
Yeah, none of these people were
these
wearing
guys
nothing. They were
guys
just
on
fucking
asphalt.
running down. And they show the person that crossed the finish line at the bottom of the hill. Yeah, he was not on his feet when he crossed. He fucking was flipping past the fucking finish line, dude. I was just like, oh my god, dude. The worst one I think I saw, they do these this couch challenge. They take these couches and you got to ride this couch down the hill.
Okay.
You have to make it to the bottom of the hill on the couch. Otherwise, it doesn't count. So fucking like you're trying to get this couch to either slide or you're fucking fixing wheels and hope that it fucking rolls right. So you get these fucking couches, people are like fucking like leaning on them, going back, and then it fucking tips forward and it fucking throws everybody forward with the couch rolling behind them like a steamroller. Oh, there's people out there with those like reclining couches and shit like that, dude. Oh, good God.
Yeah, those things are heavy as balls, dude. They're reclining couches.
Oh my god, yeah, and then you watch it eject everybody else, and then fucking it's rolling. And as it's rolling, you see all the people in the crowd at the bottom trying to catch the couch. Because you know, like they're heading to a bank, you know, a little Burmy, you know. It's like this couch.
That reminds me, there was one boxcar that was a jalapeno pepper. Like it was narrow, sleek. It was probably the smoothest ride. It looked like a dead body of a pepper with one hole for the driver to sit in, and then it had like a tail with the friggin' for the stem. And as he's going, it's going so fast, but it's too narrow of his wheelbase. And so he's going around a turn, and he flips over, and he just face plants into the hay bales. He just eats hay.
Oh yeah.
But then he straightens up, gets on going, and goes past the finish line, and tips over and eats hay again. Like twice, he just face plants into the hay bales. As the hay bales going by him, he's just eating it the whole way. But yeah. All right. But hey, gentlemen, I gotta go ahead and get out of here.
Yeah, go feed that dog. Can I pet that dog?
I gotta take him out. I gotta take him out for their walk, and I only have like one bar just sitting here. If I move, I'm a freaking lose reception again. So
don't fart.
man.
Don't fart.
Don't do it. Oh, he just
Anyway, you guys take care. It was great hanging out with you guys.
Yep.
Peace out, and I'll see you next time.
Later.
Cheesy. And then there was two.
Hey,
It ain't easy being cheesy.
it ain't easy. I tell you what.
Right.
I tell you what.
Did you buy any of that dip, man?
Of course.
And it dipped down to like 100,000 for visited Bitcoin.
I know, man. I was hoping for 1,000, not 100,000.
I know. I'd like to see some. I'd like to see some blood in the streets for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see people cry in the apocalypse, and then I know it's time to buy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'll refinance the house for that.
Yeah. They're saying Bitcoin is good now, so it can't be any good anymore.
Right. China, can you please ban it so we can get a discount?
What happened to you guys just saying it was a shill for like 20 years?
Right. Bitcoin bad. Ban it.
Oh man.
China's banning it. Dump it.
No, it really is teleportation. You go back to like 2012 and talk to yourself and be like, there should be this thing called Bitcoin circulating somewhere about this.
Nah, I'd go back
Go get on
to
it.
2009.
What, after the master block?
Yeah, before the master block, be like, buy Bitcoin only. That's all I
Only?
would say. That's all I
Yeah.
would say. I in the past will understand that. Be like, Bitcoin, buy only Bitcoin. And I would
Yeah.
probably put it off until the first time I hear it, somebody talk about Bitcoin, which was in 2010. And I would have been, buy only Bitcoin. I told myself that.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking buy some. And I would have purchased it at like pennies, and then I would have mined it on a laptop and actually gotten a block.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, things would have worked out differently for me. It would have been the butterfly effect.
Yeah. There'll be signs.
Right? I'd be eating a double meat sandwich right now.
Double meat.
Double meat, double cheese.
No bread though.
Nah, homemade
Just
bread.
a meat on meat sandwich.
No, homemade bread, dude, because it's always
homemade.
better.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's always better.
Yeah, no, I mean 100%.
Just
You
saying.
got to.
Yeah, 100%.
Whatever the crap they bottle up and sell you for bread in the store these days is not bread.
Right. If it's in a package, it's a product, not food.
Yeah.
Product.
It's a science experiment, and
No, it's a product. It's a product. It's deemed a product. This product has nutrient value, but it is not nutrient dense.
Well, if you ever want to go down a rabbit hole, this is a really easy one. Look up what the fuck citric acid is and why have they put it in everything now. You know, like every drink, anything, flavored water, they got citric acid in there. Like, why?
Oh.
So you do some digging and you find out they grow this crap off of GMO mold. And you're like,
some of it, not all of it. But
listen, if the food industry is making it, it's the cheapest fucking possible.
But the reason that they like to put citric acid in the things is if anybody is familiar with hydroponic gardening of any sort.
I know, but we're not plants, bro. We don't need that shit.
Oh yeah, we do. Nutrients are available at certain pHs, and if you look at the products that we're consuming as being products, treat the products as fucking hydroponics because you're getting readily available fucking nutrients.
Be acidic.
So you need acidity to be able to uptake that nutrient.
Yeah, in your gut.
They're trying to manipulate
Your body
our
as a
gut
whole.
because they're not feeding us anymore. That's why we need to grow our own food, which allows you to save up money for more Bitcoin.
Yeah. The DCA Friday gets a little bit bigger.
Right, right.
Grow your
Maybe
own
not at
food.
first, 'cause it's like the first couple of years you're going to spend a whole lot of money gardening because you're getting all the systems in place. But after you get the systems in place, oh,
That's facts, man.
fucking easy road from there, and then your grocery bill gets cheaper.
Yeah. And not just that, get in with some neighbors too. You guys can trade shit.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Be like, Bob grows good peppers. He's the pepper guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm the potato guy.
Tater nuts, tater nuts. You
I'm-
gotta
I'm-
go for some crinkle cut fries over at Nem's garage,
Fuck yeah, man! I got 3 different kinds of potatoes growing. I've got Yukon
Sweet.
Golds for good mashed potatoes. I got Pontiac Reds. And then I've got a good russet for a good baked potato.
And then you got some poppy plants in the back underneath the sizzling screen.
No, I don't have the poppy this year.
Yeah, nah. That stuff don't grow good over here anyway.
Grows fine over here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It doesn't take off until like the heat of the fucking summer. As soon as the ground gets to like 90 degrees, it's like, oh, I can finally grow.
Yeah.
So like I don't get like these big vigorous plants, and they like flower really late. But hey, at least they flower.
It's Tech Man.
Yo, movie night with the Wi-Fi. Nice, Tech Man.
Welcome to the show.
Right.
2 guys on a couch in different area codes. Yeah, it's funny because the only thing true in that whole sentence was different area codes and 2 guys.
Right. We're obviously not in couches. Although I have one behind me.
There is one, just not visible, Me
Right.
too. Mine's over that way though.
Yeah, mine's just behind this green screen. Well, there's the coffee table and then the couch.
Oh.
Yeah. Crypto McCall was stuck in Ace of Cal. He was on a little bit ago. You just missed him. But yeah, he had a whole farm that went down.
Oh,
They brought in a transformer that was supposed to be tested, and obviously it wasn't tested properly.
kablooey!
So there's a whole farm down, millions of dollars worth of ASICs not on
It's terrible.
because of transformer fucking shit itself.
Yeah,
But
that's
Mikkel just got home and stuff himself, so
Yeah. Oh, giggity. So, what's going on? You got any cool plans this weekend?
no.
Something else?
Just gonna watch my veggies grow, and see if my bid X hits a block at any time.
Ooh, BitX, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see that thing hit a bid X block.
Like the Tech Man.
No, mine's on Bitcoin, so it's not like everybody that's sitting there mining shit coins.
Shitty McShit coins.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh man. But yeah. You and Mikkel streaming tomorrow night?
I'm not sure what he's doing. Yeah, I mean, I know he's home right now, but I don't know if he has to go back out to the facility because the power's down.
Yeah.
So I
stay
don't
home
know
with
that.
us.
I mean, we didn't talk with him that long.
I know.
Unfortunately. So I'm not sure if he's gonna be doing anything. And then you got Serpent X tomorrow, of course.
Oh,
Rabbit
$5 a month.
mining. You got Red Panda. Not sure who else.
A lot of kids. People's be around, you know. You've seen them before. You know their names.
It's like all three cost $5 a month in electric. One digibyte block is 2.65. Nice.
One more. Oh, if you can hit two blocks in a month on the the trio of bit axis. Bit-X.
Yeah, so it's costing him 5, and yeah, so he has to hit 2 blocks a month for it to be break. You know, he'll be making a little bit, not a whole lot.
Just a little bit.
Just a wee little bit.
Just a wee little bit.
But I don't want to get like shitcoin miners.
No?
No. If I'm gonna get into the world of ASICs, it's gonna be Bitcoin.
I mean, yeah, you know, just go back to your old self and be like, remember when you were holding back, not buying any more E3s? Just buy like 10 more or 20 more. Like, you can do it. Trust me, it's worth it.
I mean, I had a lot of E3s at one point. I know a thing or two about a thing or two on these like shitcoin ASICs, and the problem is like if you're hodling in that shitcoin, you will lose over time. You've got you hit a block and you sell it in the Bitcoin immediately, and then you start hedging. That's the reason why all these shitcoins, as soon as ASICs come out, the price drops on them, because that's the mentality of the ASIC miner, is that you've got to be able to recoup all those losses. So you've got to sit there and constantly hedge your losses and mitigate anything, and it has to go in the Bitcoin.
At least a stable coin, you know.
And believe it or not, there's a lot of mines that don't even hold on to Bitcoin.
No. What? Straight to USDT here?
Yep, right to fiat.
Ugh. Yeah, well, it's easier at the end of the day, I guess, on a business perspective.
Yep.
So they probably just
you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about capital gains, because it's just it's earned income at that point, instead of earned income plus capital gains. You're not getting rid of the whole taxable event. You're just getting rid of the back half of it in case the price fluctuates on Bitcoin, which we all know will.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, there are mining facilities that they hold on. They don't sell not a single coin of their Bitcoin.
What was it during the halving? Historically, it was like it'd go up and then it crash like 80 to 85% every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell some Wall Street kids that they'd be like, "What the fuck are you investing in?"
Right. They'd be like, "What the hell? This is not. This is way too volatile to be able to get into." And be like, "I guess you don't like to make money."
I mean, essentially, that's I think what it's going to take hundreds of years to mine all the Bitcoin. We're going to be doing fractions of fractions.
It'll be 2149 right now.
Yes. So we might get to see it. You live another 25 years, man. I hope so.
2145. It's 100 years. Dude.
Oh, 21.
More than 100
years. No, we're not living that
bro.
long. Nope, we're not living that long.
No. Who wants to live forever?
I don't know, man. They get all those conspiracy med beds that come out, and might live forever. Who knows?
Live forever in the Matrix. Just plug in.
Yeah. Take your consciousness wherever you go.
Right.
I keep 6. Yeah, nah.
Did they have that one movie where your loved ones would you would upload your loved ones into the internet, and you would be able to visit them virtually whenever you'd want?
Oh, when they're dead? That's just creepy as fuck.
Yeah, you can upload their whole consciousness into this program.
That's just creepy as fuck, dude. And on that note, we'll see you next week.
Right. Hey, man, there's weird movies back in the day, dude. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know.
There's
I
some
was just having
really
this
weird
conversation with one of my friends at work, and he was, like the old school, like cartoons and stuff, or like nightmare fuel,
Oh my God, yeah.
like Thundercats and like GI Joe and like.
I love GI Joe. Come on now.
you know,
Don't be hating on my GI
I'm
Joe,
not hating.
man.
I'm not hating, but I'm saying like the moral of the story was we blow a lot of shit up, and then we're gonna give you a message.
That was Kids Combat, man. That was fucking quality Saturday morning cartoon. No, your nightmare fuel was Bugs Bunny, and I would say the Smurfs.
Oh god. Fraggle Rock.
That was a lot later, man. That's your that was like my little brothers and shit, dude. Was Fraggle Rock.
Really? No, I thought they were out a long time ago.
Nah,
Gosh,
man. It was you're talking. I mean, it was a long time ago,
It
but
was
my
recent.
my brothers are like 10 and 13 years difference from me.
You
Like
know,
they
I
were the
don't-
ones
that's
watching
different.
Fraggle Rock.
I don't know.
I was Team GI Joe and
He-Man.
Transformers.
He-Man and Voltron.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, you watch the cartoons now. I'm like, what is this trash?
It's like, man, it's like 100 dudes and one Smurf chick. We know what's going on here.
Papa Smurf always gets it first.
Right. And I don't even want to know if that's like, incest or what, there's no backstory on the Smurfs. We just know that Gargamel wanted to kill him.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe the Smurfs were the bad ones and Gargamel was the nice guy.
Right? We don't know this. It's all about context, and we were not given any of that as kids,
No,
man. I'm just
zero.
saying.
Zero.
We could have been rooting for the bad guy, man.
We
We could have
could
been
have
rooting
just
for the
spent some nice
communists the whole time.
He could have just been some nice little old man living in a country house with his cat and shit.
And these little blue
And these
things
little
are
fucking
stealing
turds.
everything from him.
These little turds come around and fucking fuck his shit up. And, he comes after one and then all hell breaks loose.
Right? I see what's
Yeah, I'd
going
be
on here,
squishing
man.
him.
That's a possibility.
I'd be squishing him.
Right? I probably would too. Be like, you die. You look like a bug. You'll make blueberry pie. So with that being stated,
Yeah, right.
we're at the 1 hour marker, fellas. Thank you everybody for being here and all that good stuff. Certainly like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff out there. I'm getting tired myself, so I'm feeling kind of wanting to go to sleep here.
Unfiltered satellite, nice. But yeah, for sure. It's been a hell of a week.
Hell yeah.
We will see you next weekend. I don't know. Who knows?
Right. We don't know what the hell's going on ever.
All up in the air, guys.
It's always up in the air because
Yeah.
we have lives.
It seemed to be getting more hectic. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe it's just end of times.
You show all these mechanic videos, man. Like, do you miss it?
Mechanicking?
Yeah.
I'm about to do another one of these videos, I think, soon. It'll be out my front of my garage. I'm gonna pull apart the Sequoia, the whole front end.
Do you miss doing it for a living?
No, fuck no.
Fuck no.
It's like all those hippie yuppie fucks, You tell somebody what's wrong with their car, or you know, yeah, it you get to the point where like you start working on these trashy like beat up fucking German cars, and like nobody wants to fix them. You know, I worked at this one spot, like at the tail end of it. I'd write up these freaking monstrous, like ridiculous estimates for these cars were trashed.
Right.
And they're like, oh, no, we don't. We're just going to get an oil change. I'm like, all right, buddy. You do you. But, you know, it's hard to make money that way, you know.
Yeah, that's why I do it at my house now, and I make good money.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I wish I had a lift. I don't.
I don't have a lift. I still get it done.
I mean, yeah.
I dropped a whole cross member with a 4x4 unit to do an oil pan, so I could do it all on the ground. It don't bother me none.
Ooh. But then you might get squished.
I got jack stands. What up, the pirate? What
Hey,
up,
pirate.
my
Made it
dude?
to the
Dropping in those
coast,
FAs. He's like, yo, morning. Guten Tagen.
Yeah.
We're about ready to sign off here, my dude.
You have yourself a glorious day.
Right. You have a wonderful beginning, start of your day. It's the end of our day. We're tired. He's a little bit more tired than me because he's an hour later than me. So he's almost midnight.
Ooh.
The pirates. All good. All
It's
good.
only 11:30 p.m., bro. On the beautiful east coast of the United States.
Right.
I prefer my sunrises over the ocean. I mean, so sue me.
Hey, I don't want to be by the ocean because the ocean gets angry and brings in lots of wind and rain and floods shit out. So you can keep your floods.
Only if you live that close.
Look at the people in fucking North Carolina, man. They were on the other side of the fucking mountain from the fucking ocean, and they still got flooded. They got washed out from a hurricane from Florida.
Well, we don't really, you know, there's not really too many high mountains or hills even, you know. I mean, it's hilly where I live, but like, there's no way.
You got the Smokies and the Appalachian.
Yeah. The Appalachia ain't very tall, bro.
Still mountain range.
I mean, you could see them from where I live before they put in all the data centers. the Blue Ridge Mountains and be like, oh, look at that. The mountains over there. They're not that big. But, you know, word on the street was like, you know, before we were here.
DY going,
They
I'm
were
lurking
big.
from the East Coast in that beautiful New York City. Or North Carolina. I'm sorry, North Carolina.
D. White. Oh, yeah. Dwight. Yeah, man.
Hopefully you didn't get hit with all those nasty fucking storms out there. You weren't affected yourself by the massive flooding.
Yeah. No, he said coastal.
Hey, people got hit in different areas, like, you know, a little differently.
Yeah, the Carolinas are kind of like, at least the coastal Carolinas are kind of protected by like the Outer Banks.
Yeah, a little bit, right.
But you know, as soon as the Outer Bank gets washed away, whoo, Carolina's done for, yo. That's where they all like to smash right into, you know. They all come right up the Gulf Stream and just smash into the Carolinas.
New York City is pretty on TV, pretty nasty in person. Yeah. That's how Chicago is too. You see Chicago on TV, it's all the nice side of Chicago.
Yeah.
I can show you what Chicago's all about, and you'd be like, you're walking around here? And then I lift up my shirt, and then you see what I've got concealed, and you're like, yes, I walk around here.
Well, you know, you hop off the L like at any point in time. You just like run into some people using the train station as a bathroom.
Those are the harmless people. Those are just your regular mentally ill. But
I
then
know,
you
but
get
you
your
still gotta
mentally
walk
ill.
around and
Then
shit.
you have your mentally ill
Smell.
that are drug addicts that are sober, and they don't want to be sober no more.
Yeah.
And then you got to make sure that you have a pew pew at all times because they make
Of
bad
course.
decisions.
I mean, this is America.
Huh?
This is America.
Yep.
Gotta have your pew pews.
Got to. Yes, Tech Man. We do call it Chirac. We do call it Chirac. 100%. Hell yeah. If you know, you know. You know. Do you know what I am saying?
Do you know what I am saying?
Oh my God, yeah, right, D White? He's like, at least we get warning before a hurricane comes. Imagine back in the day waking up 100-mile-an-hour winds, fucking your backyard's no longer there.
Your above ground swimming pools in the neighbor's house.
Right. Your shed's non-existent.
Oh, yeah.
There's a tree in the front yard. You're like, what's going on? Are we gonna die?
Guys, I don't know.
Right. So
They're all gonna laugh at you.
too funny. Yeah. Thank God we got some technology to try to keep people safe. As long as they don't DEI hire like they did in St. Louis with the tornado that the lady didn't feel that it was necessary to press the tornado button to warn everybody.
Oh yeah, sure. I didn't think it was that pertinent.
Yeah.
It's okay. No problem.
It only killed people. It's not a big issue, right?
Yeah, I mean, what did like 2 people die? It'd be a big deal. Who cares?
Right.
Wasn't a kid, was it?
Oh yeah, fucking ridiculous.
I don't know, man. You know, keep your friends safe. Keep
Hell
your
yeah,
family safer.
man. It's all about a close knit community.
Age of Aquarius, it's gonna get really fucking weird before it gets better out there. You know, so
So we've been told.
carry your concealeds.
Right. So we've been
Stay
told.
strapped.
Bullets and food, man. Bullets and food is what we have to say. Bullets and food. And with that being said, guys, thank you all for being here. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification.
Yes.
Peace out. Stay savage. And of course, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Next one.
Yo.
Yo.